It was a year ago this week when Ron Saunders left Aston Villa to attempt what no manager of Birmingham has achieved for 20 years, to bring a major trophy to St Andrews. It's been a difficult 12 months for Saunders, but he believes he now has a team of some promise. Saunders signed 6 of these players himself, including the completely reshaped attack of Gale, Ferguson and Harford, who all scored when Birmingham beat West Ham 3-0 here 3 weeks ago. They haven't played since because of postponements. David Langan, injured in that game, is replaced at number 2 by the former Coventry player Jim Hagan. Nottingham Forest, who are challenging for a place in Europe, make 2 significant changes. Danny Wilson, signed recently from Chesterfield, replaces the England under-21 international Mark Proctor in midfield. And with both Viv Anderson and Colin Todd fit again following injury, Kenny Swain switches to the unfamiliar role of left-back and Bryn Gunn is omitted. So it's Birmingham City in the white shorts who kick off, attacking the goal to our right. And Birmingham have the fewest wins and the fewest goals of any side in the First Division. Forest, all in red, currently 4th in the table and under pressure right from the kick-off here with Dillon, but he couldn't finish. Well, that certainly caught Forest by surprise. The quick through ball, Dillon surprisingly in space and unmarked, but the finishing shot wasn't strong enough to earn anything other than a corner. Nottingham Forest, as I was saying, 4th in the table, but with only 1 win in their last 9 games, and that includes cup ties. And having conceded this corner in the opening seconds, Gale will take it. Not a very good one. Bowyer easily clear. All the way back to Stevenson. Tried to knock it over the Forest defence, but Viv Anderson knew what was happening. Referee today is Malcolm Heath of Stoke-on-Trent. Birmingham starting in very positive fashion. Dennis linking on that far side with Gale. And not a bad effort at all by Broadhurst, the skipper, and it earns a corner. Ferguson marked very closely by Willie Young. Dillon it is who drives the kick in low, straight to Wallace. This is Gale. Good ball. Kerbishley. Ferguson, the only other Birmingham player forward, so he had to try himself. And in the end, the effort was a good one. Lovely ball played forward by Gale to Kerbishley. He went on, realised he had to try the shot, deliberate along the ground, but always going wide. That was Stevenson. And this is Hagan. Ferguson being watched by Anderson, and both of the players fall. And referee Heath, as you can see, is pointing very firmly for a Birmingham free kick. The foul by Viv Anderson. Dennis playing it infield to Dillon, and now Broadhurst. Saw Hagan so well. Good looking ball too. Oh, and it's in! Harford gets the goal. And Birmingham City have surprised Nottingham Forest again. Last season, they won this fixture. The season before, they won it as well. It's history to repeat itself. As the cross came in, the first flick took it away from the marking Forest player, and Harford was able to do the rest. So Harford gets his 2nd goal of the season, and it's Birmingham 1, Nottingham Forest 0, with only 9 minutes gone. Big Harford, who on his last appearance on BBC cameras did so well in the Atari 6-a-side competition. A great start today. Blake's header. Forward by Hodge. Blake again. Difficult bouncing ball there. Dennis beaten through to Birtles. Can he equalise? No. Coton very quickly off his line. The first problem really for Mark Dennis was the bounce on that ball, which deceived him. Wallace prodding it through. Birtles just beaten by the goalkeeper's charge from his line. Ferguson with the layoff, and it comes to Kerbishley. Todd in, Hagan across goal, and how close that was to a second. A lovely ball across the face of the goal by Hagan. Harford went sliding in on the far post and was inches away from a second goal. Oh, Blake made a mistake then, not realising Birtles was behind him. Could it be costly? Well, it very nearly was, as the ball deflected off, I think it was Stevenson who got the final touch. It was as well for Birmingham City that Coton was alive to the danger. All stemmed from Blake's mistake. Birtles quick to cross, and the ball deflected off a Birmingham player, but Coton was in the right place. This is Walsh. Good tackle by Hagan. And Gale takes over. Looking for Harford. Uses the ball so well, Mick Harford. And Broadhurst uses it even better by setting Dennis free on the left. Good looking attack this. Kerbishley. Dillon calling for it, but the return ball is to Dennis. Ferguson with the header. It comes to Dillon, and Anderson blocks it. Wallace relieves the pressure on Nottingham Forest after a very good Birmingham attack. Wallace again. Done well here. He's beaten 3 Birmingham players and finds Birtles. Bowyer. Walsh completely free on the left, and Bowyer wastes a very good opening. Young. Walsh. Beautiful play. And still he goes on. What a fine run this is. And still Birtles. Wilson is on the far side and gets the header back in. It comes to Walsh. If he could have finished then, it would have been some goal. The deflection took it clear. Colin Walsh with John Robertson out of the side, having had a cartilage operation, revelling in the role he prefers best, the Robertson role, wide on the left. Harford finding Ferguson. This is Dillon. He comes to Harford. He's done well here and finds Kerbishley. Chipped in towards Ferguson. It was Harford who got the header in first, and he surprised everyone. Well, Harford did well in the build-up to that attack by playing it wide to Kerbishley. When the cross came in, it was perhaps aimed at Ferguson beyond Harford, but it was Harford who got the header in just wide. Stevenson and Blake in a little bit of trouble for a moment. Good throw by Wilson. This is Wallace. Turned it back into the wrong place. Dennis with the interception. And a fine ball forward. What a good run by Dillon. Only Ferguson up with him. But he goes all the way, and the shot well saved on his knees by Steve Sutton. A fine run, deserving applause though by Kevin Dillon. Bowyer. Birtles. This is Wilson. Anderson down the line. Dillon's challenge was a good one. Todd covering, and here's Bowyer. Now Swain. Wallace. Swain again. Good effort, it hits the bar and comes straight to Blake. Well, Kenny Swain is yet to score since joining Nottingham Forest, and that's the closest he's got so far. Got himself into space well, hit a good shot, but against the bar. So, just over a minute of the first half remaining, and Kenny Swain, certainly the closest any Nottingham Forest player has come to a goal. Harford finding Gale. This is Kerbishley. Hagan. Swain's header clear to Walsh. Did well. Wallace. Willie Young. That's a fine ball. Walsh. Oh, it was a brave header by Hodge, and Birtle in the end getting the shot in. But Coton covering the near post. Half-time, Birmingham deserving their lead. They played exceptionally well at times. The crowd have enjoyed this first half. Nottingham Forest, a strangely undisciplined half for them, though they too did have their moments. But Mick Harford in the centre there, just going off, scoring the only goal of the half, and Birmingham's lead at half-time, 1-0. So as the second half gets underway, with Nottingham Forest now attacking the goal to our right, Forest have made a half-time substitution. Peter Davenport is on instead of Gary Birtles, who has a gashed shin. And immediately the crowd angrily remonstrating with the referee. They felt that Birmingham should have had a free kick. This is Hodge for Forest. Bowyer back to Walsh. And Gale stood his ground. Goal kick. Willie Young clear, and finding Davenport. Walsh. Swain furiously down the left-hand side. Walsh is still with him if he needs help, and he does. Walsh. Good effort. And the goalkeeper did well then. Coton couldn't have been easy, diving full length, with two Forest players just waiting for the suggestion of a rebound. Came into the side in November when Jim Blythe broke an arm, showing confidence and repaying the faith that manager Ron Saunders has shown in him. Harford, a good header. Young just poked it clear to Swain, who finds Wallace, and now Walsh. Wallace, Blake behind him. The tackle by Kerbishley was a vital one, and Hagan got it clear. A mistake by Willie Young. Gale forward. Harford is onside because he was just in his own half, but the referee decides that offside is the verdict, and the crowd are very angry. So, Forest resume the attack with Davenport. Well, still buzzing about that decision. You can't, of course, be offside in your own half, and that's where they feel Harford was when the ball was played to him. But that's gone. That's good play by Hagan. And again, Birmingham break. Kerbishley feeding Dennis. Beautiful ball by Broadhurst, or will it just be a little bit too strong? It is indeed. Dennis won it well then. Here's Ferguson and Gale. And Broadhurst now. No sting with the first shot, there was with the second. But Sutton right behind it. Walsh lucky to get that back off Hagan, but finds Davenport well. Now then, a lot of men forward here as the ball is played towards Hodge by Swain, but not played accurately enough. Ooh. Oh, Willie Young overdoing it, but getting away with it. Anderson finding Davenport. On it goes to Wilson, and then on to Hodge. Strong run by Hodge. Oh, good effort. Wallace in quickly for the rebound, and then Davenport. And Davenport gets the equalising goal, but really the man who must take the praise is Steve Hodge. It was a marvellous run by Hodge. He kept going, got in the shot, which was pushed clear by Coton. Wallace tried to knock in the rebound. That shot was blocked, and Davenport, the substitute, making no mistake the second time. Birmingham City won, Nottingham Forest won, and Birmingham really paying the price for their lack of ability to capitalise on their first half performance, perhaps, when they were clearly the better side. Forest have had more of the ball in this second half, though, and that is their first away goal in 4 successive matches away from the City ground. Will it be enough, I wonder, to rescue them a point? Wilson forward. Hagan under pressure from Davenport. And Walsh won it. Davenport again. He almost did it again. What a great save it was by Coton. Well, that could have been the winner. Davenport with Walsh combining on the left to win the ball back. A fine turn and a good effort. Well saved by Coton. Corner. Kerbishley beaten then. And the referee has whistled here. No play went on. The free kick had been given to Birmingham. Kerbishley. Hagan in what could be one of Birmingham's final attacks. Swings it in, looking for Harford, and it comes to him, who couldn't finish. It was a good tackle in the nick of time as Harford was lining himself up for a shot. And Forest looking very dangerous here on the break too. Wallace is up. Well, goodness me, Swain did well to retain possession then, as everybody was expecting it to go to Wallace. Here's Walsh. Well, tried to play a sort of golf chip shot then into the top corner, which went all wrong. But Swain with that determined run, keeping possession, not feeding Wallace as Birmingham expected, but going it alone. Young's header. And that's the final whistle. A goal each, a point each. But I feel that Birmingham City will regard this as 2 points lost, whereas Nottingham Forest will regard it as 1-1. A fine save at the end by Tony Coton to prevent the substitute Davenport giving Nottingham Forest a winner. But Davenport's equaliser, which came late in the game to rule out Mick Harford's first half goal. Credit to Nottingham Forest for coming back strongly in the second half, but Birmingham will rue the fact that their first half performance did not bring them the win they must have expected then.